Welcome back to our home renovation, and we are in our home today working on a new space. As you can see, you might not recognize this, but this is our new bathroom. So we've been away for a while, and that means we've been working hard behind the scenes, getting ready for the next big project, and here we are. As you can see, we've framed up a whole new space. Just for reference, you're standing in the living room, and you're coming toward the kids' bedrooms over here. And this is where the original bathroom of the house was. We demoed it, gutted the whole place out, and it's been empty for a little while now, but as you can see, we have it all framed up fresh again. This is the bathroom door heading into the new room. We also built a little nook over here. So we have some stuff piled up behind it, but you can see the walls right here. So this is like a closet area that will be a future storage area in the house. And as we come into the bathroom, it's not huge, but it's bigger than it was before. If you guys can imagine the original bathroom, it was a tight squeeze. It was basically the same size minus this. So you can see this wall build out. That's about where the original bathroom was. And we had a shower, full bathtub shower, toilet, and sink in here. It's pretty amazing that it could fit in a little tiny area. But we expanded it sideways. So now we're going to be moving the tub over here. That's what this whole area is for. Shower and then toilet and sink on that wall. You might notice some unusual framing here, and you're going to have to wait until you see the layout, but this is going to be for our wall hung toilet. So we needed to make sure we had the right spacing to put the carrier in the wall. You'll see that coming soon. We also have a wall mounted sink, so we have blocking in the wall for the sink. And while we're not personally big fans of bathtubs because shower tub combos, they're not really that practical, but we think it's important to have at least one tub in the house. So we decided to do a full tub shower combo, and that's going in here. So we built these out just for 5 feet to frame in the tub. I also took time to drill all the holes. So we have the drain hole, the water lines. Over here we have various holes for the other vent pipes that have to come up, and water lines and the toilet carrier, drain, and just all the holes are drilled everywhere. You can see just anywhere I needed a hole. I think I got them all done. What I'm trying to do is do all the dirty prep work first so we can clean up. As you can see, it's pretty clean in here. And that way, when I come to do the plumbing, it's just an easy job and I don't have to keep making a mess and vacuuming. Now, you might be wondering why there's so much house wrap all over our bathroom. You've probably never seen that inside a house. I just wanted this because we will be insulating these walls with rock wool, and it's just going to make it easier later on because when I put the shower up, we're using a standard plastic shower unit, and they're kind of hollow behind them, and I just want to be able to push the insulation in and not have it falling in behind the tub and shower. So this will hold the insulation in place. That's all that's for. It's just giving me something to push it against. On this wall, this already has insulation behind it because this is the exterior wall going outside to the porch. So I decided to put this up just to seal off the insulation from this wall so it's easier and cleaner to work. That's all it is, just for insulation. This is the back side of it. Right now it's very messy in here because we're in the middle of this big construction project, but this will be our future galley kitchen. You'll have to wait for that, but I just wanted to show you what the wall looked like from the back side. Another cool thing I got done is this ceiling. Right here you can see we got all new wood on the ceiling because this whole area was a wreck. We had a giant hole for attic access. We had a chimney hole. We had ductwork holes. This whole thing was full of holes. So we pulled down all the old wood. We processed all new boards to match the original wood ceilings on our router tables and then installed it. So it looks really good now. And as you can see, it just flows in nicely. We painted this ceiling. This is the original wood, and here's where the new wood starts. So we're just gonna end up painting that with the same white paint. And back here, this is the original ceiling. The reason we left that little strip is because that's where the joist is, and they're attached to that joist. And the ceiling joists are 2 feet apart. I just didn't want to deal with it. So we're gonna leave that, but you won't see that break from the old ceiling to the new ceiling because of the storage I'm going to be putting here. It's not going to be a closet, but it's going to be like built-in storage, like cabinets or shelving. So that's going to be actually hidden in the design. So as you can see, we've been making big progress. We have a lot of jobs going on, and this isn't all. We have a lot of other things that I'll show you guys in the future. But right now, I'm focusing on this space, and I'm trying to figure out what the next step is. I want to work on the bathroom, but I feel like this nook right here is an easy job to finish. So I think this is what I'm going to do first. Let's just go ahead and start getting wood on these walls. You can see I put some blocking in. This horizontal blocking is so that I can put the boards on the wall vertically. Because you can see in the living room they go up and down. So I feel like in this little nook they should match because you're going to see them from the same space. But I'm not done because I need to put it in this wall too. So we'll block out this wall, and then when all the blocking is done, we'll try to get all the siding up, all the wall boards up today, and I think it's going to look really good. What was that?
Thunder.
Okay, there it is. Blocking is done. You might notice that some of these are turned sideways, some of them are flat. The flat ones is just because it's convenient and easier to put insulation in the wall because we will be insulating this as a fire block. But these is because I will have to put some outlets and wiring in there, and I just don't want it to be difficult to get that through, so we have a little bit of both. I don't have to insulate this now because the back of the wall is going to stay open, so this is fine. But I am going to insulate this wall and the other side wall because we won't be able to access them later on. So let's get these insulated, and then we are literally ready to start putting up wood, I think. Now we don't want to forget, before we put the insulation in the wall, to install our light switch. For the hall light, we're going to have a light in the ceiling. So, almost forgot. No, we didn't. We got the box installed for the switch. Now we got to run the wires. So, just a slight delay. We thought we'd be further along, but that's fine. So let me get some holes drilled for the wires, and we'll try to figure out where the light's going to go.
Yep.
And we'll get it all drilled out. Ah. Okay, this is getting rough. Let me slow this down. Ah. Ah. I'm going to be using one of these old work electrical boxes up in the ceiling. These screws that they come with, they're just terrible. They're way too tight. They strip out easy. And when you try to actually make them work, since they're so tight, they mess up the whole box and they don't actually work. So I'm just going to get rid of them. And replace them with these drywall screws that are actually made for metal. They have a little self-drilling tip on them. And I found that these drywall screws work perfect for these. And I don't know why the companies sell them the way they do. You can't screw them in. They just strip all out and bend all up. And the box doesn't work right because the screw is just too tight to get into the plastic. I always like replacing the screws. That's good. So I'm going to have to go up in the attic, and Ashley will fish the wire up to me. Do this. It's a little harder to push it into the box this way, but now I don't have to worry about stripping it. I can just shove it down. And then when you see this come in, I should know because I can see how far I'm putting it. I'll get it stapled in.
Yep.
Good. That look okay?
Yeah.
We just finished up the insulation. We actually only had to do a little tiny bit. I thought we were going to do more, but I'll talk about that later. So now we're going to try to chop a bunch of wall boards to start covering the walls. Hopefully get them done before the rain starts dropping. We're starting with the back wall, and you might notice when we do this, the back wall is going to be different than the side walls. The back wall will not be seen. We're actually going to do a full built-in unit here. So we decided to get cheaper wood for the back, and that saved a lot of money. So the back wall will just be, it's just a wall covering. The side walls, we got a little better grade of wood to just look nicer and blend in better with the rest of the house. So that's why they're different. And we didn't insulate this wall, I was saying earlier, because it's right next to a door. It's just wide open. There's really no benefit to soundproofing or fireproofing this wall. It just is going to do nothing. So we're leaving that. This wall will get insulation after the wood is up from the backside. And all we had to do is insulate over here. So really easy. We're going to be using a new tool of mine. This is the Craftsman finish nailer. And we're using that because I couldn't afford DeWalt. And I really want to get away from the air hoses. I'm so tired of pulling our air hose through the window, across the yard, across the house. It's all filthy. So far, I've used this for the ceiling and I like it. So we're going to use that to install all this wood. And hopefully it continues to work good for us. My first cordless nailers.
I don't know. Go with it, I guess. Staples.
I feel like all you're seeing is my back.
that one in.
So as you can see, it did start raining, but luckily we got all that wood done before the rain came, and we already got it installed. So the back wall is almost done. We just have the last piece to put in, and I can't rip it right now because we got to pull the table saw out, and I don't want it to get rained on. So if the rain lets up, we'll rip the last piece and then start on the side walls. So far though, I'm happy with the progress. As you can see, we got the last board ripped, and that means the rain stopped. As you can see, we beveled the corner back, and that's how you get it to roll into the corner when you're getting that last groove in. There. Now, if I had just ripped that to size, I wouldn't be able to pop it in that tight because that corner would be too sticking out too far. So now we get a nice clean finish. Well guys, this is the wood that we decided to use for the sidewalls. So we went with this because all the wood in our house is V-groove, but they're kind of narrow, they're 3 1/4 inch. These are actually narrower than that, but it's the best I can do without making my own wood. We have made a lot of our own wood to match the original boards, just like the ceiling. You can see up here, all of this is stuff that we made ourselves, but we just didn't want to do that. So we just wanted to buy these for this little area. It's going to be fine. Doing my best.
Boy, this looks like a different room.
If we have to, we'll just cut more off. It looks like it might be tighter than I thought. So I neatly tucked these wires out of the way so that we'll be able to drill a hole for our smoke alarm. And I think I did this cut right. Ah!
Ew.
I ripped my hand off. Okay, ready? I'm out of my green zone here. I'll try my best.
And you need a little left. You know, wait till the end or do it now?
Oh, we could do it now while the table saw is out there,
Okay.
just in case. That's good. Perfect. Let's get the screwdriver. All right, we got 2 of the walls done, looking good. We're gonna try to keep going and get this last wall done tonight so we can be done with this project. This is coming out pretty good. It feels good to be getting this part of the house finished. Oops. Awkward. Have to get stuff done.
Look what I'm eating. Good.
Well guys, we're almost done. We're down to this last corner, and we're just going to use all of our cutoffs. We ripped them down to little strips so that we can put them right here, not have any waste. You won't see these. These will just be there
To fill it out.
to fill it up so we can put door trim on. we accomplished our goals for today. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to get to all the many jobs we have in the bathroom and everywhere else, but this is cool to see this little area finished off. Almost finished. Imagine in the future, built-in cabinets, floor to ceiling, lots of storage here in the closet for books, games,
Whatever. Photo albums.
extra bathroom supplies right by the bathroom door.
Yep.
Everything. So this is like the main storage area. We also have a closet next to you, like a linen closet. So we have lots of storage now. And we just decided to leave it this way. There were so many things we could have done laying out this space, but I think this is going to be important because something that I really like having is a place for books. Believe it or not, we still have books. And there's never a good spot for them in the house, so we like to build a bookshelf somewhere. And that's kind of what inspired this. I wanted it to be like a library.
Yeah.
A micro library. But I think it's going to turn into cabinets because that'll keep the dust out, and then we can store anything. It could even be a pantry. You could literally put food storage in it.
Yeah, anything.
So it'll work. These boards turned out way better than I expected. I was afraid to cheat and use these wide boards, but they look pretty good, and I don't think you'll even notice the difference when it's all finished.
Yeah.
This allows us to move on to other projects such as insulating the other side of this wall and working on the bathroom. We're going to try to do that soon. We really want to get rolling on that bathroom.
We're kind of doing like the living room, this, and the bathroom like all at once.
All at the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess just stay tuned for all that. We'll do the best we can. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
See ya.